Ever had that moment when money stops being just numbers in an account and suddenly it transforms into a gnawing fear? You're not alone if you're finding that your bank balance, for the first time in your life, is keeping you up at night. It's a feeling many of us experience as we navigate our later years, especially if we find ourselves living alone. This isn't just about math or financial products. It's about a deep, unsettling anxiety that can creep in, even when you thought you had things figured out. For many of us, the rules of the game seem to have changed, and the security we once felt, or perhaps just took for granted, feels increasingly fragile. If you're in your 60s, maybe 70s, and you're experiencing this new kind of financial worry, know that you're part of a growing community. This video is for every one of you who believed life's financial puzzles would be solved by now, but are instead facing unexpected challenges. Before we delve into our journey today, if you find solace or insight in these conversations, please consider liking this video, sharing it with someone who might benefit, and subscribing to Happy Grandpa 69. Your support truly helps our community grow, allowing us to connect and uplift each other. Let's start with a truth many of us have avoided. The real problem often began decades ago, long before the current anxieties set in. You might realize, looking back, that you never truly learned how money works, not in a fundamental, empowering way. Perhaps you, like many, started working young, and every dollar that came in went right back out. Or maybe you had a soft landing early in life, where responsibilities like rent or strict budgeting weren't part of your daily reality. It was easy to mistake that comfort for the normal course of life. For some, a partner took on the role of provider, creating a financial cushion that, while comforting at the time, inadvertently prevented you from developing your own financial muscles. You contributed certainly, but perhaps never really saved, never truly built that independent safety net. Then, life shifts. Perhaps you find yourself living alone, and suddenly, the cushioning that once absorbed your financial mistakes is gone. That's when the reality hits, and you realize you're navigating uncharted waters without the skills you thought you'd automatically possess. This realization can be painful, even a little embarrassing, but it's crucial. Understanding that your financial journey has a history and that past habits, or lack thereof, have led you here, is the first step towards building a different future. It's about acknowledging your starting point without judgment. The good news? It's never too late to begin this journey of financial learning. Just like learning a new language or a new skill, understanding money can happen at any age. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to embrace new knowledge, even if it feels overdue. For many, the fear of money isn't just about the numbers, it's about the memories. Think back to your childhood. Did money arguments fill your home? Were resources always scarce, even if you weren't starving? These early experiences can embed a deep-seated anxiety that follows you into adulthood. That same fear, a quiet hum in the background, might have been enough to make you anxious, but perhaps not enough to compel you to develop robust financial habits. It was a feeling you lived with, rather than a problem you actively tackled, hoping it would simply resolve itself. Now, with the relentless rise of inflation, soaring rents, heating costs, and food prices, those old coping mechanisms simply aren't working anymore. The world has changed, and the old ways of simply getting by are no longer sustainable for many of us. As retirement looms closer, the stark reality can hit hard. The realization that you might not be able to stop working at your desired age, that your pension might be tiny, and the thought of relying on benefits as a primary source of income can trigger profound fear. This isn't just mild concern, it's the kind of fear that jolts you awake at 4 a.m., heart-pounding, mind racing through scenarios of what if. It's a visceral, deeply personal experience that many people silently battle, feeling isolated in their worry. Acknowledging these fears, understanding their roots in your personal history and the current economic climate is a powerful step. It's not about dwelling on the past, but about recognizing how it shapes your present, so you can consciously choose a different path forward. It might feel overwhelming, but even small, consistent actions can lead to monumental change. For some, it might take 61 years or 71 years to finally create a budget that actually works, and that's perfectly okay. The point is, you're starting now. One of the most impactful steps is simply tracking every single penny. For the first time, truly understanding where your money goes. This isn't about judgment, but about awareness. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Next, consider a digital declutter. Canceling those useless subscriptions you forgot about, the streaming service you never watch, the app you downloaded once, can save you more than you ever expected. It's surprising how those small recurring charges add up. Implementing no-spend rules can be incredibly effective. Unless something is broken, essential for your well-being, or absolutely necessary, you simply don't buy it. This discipline helps you differentiate between needs and wants, a crucial skill for financial stability. Consider a clothes ban. If your closet, like many of ours, has become a small clothing store. Shopping for clothes can be a comfort, but pausing this habit can free up significant funds and make you appreciate what you already have. And for many, cutting back on habits like drinking can save a shocking amount of money, not to mention the immense benefits for your health. These aren't just financial wins. They're investments in your overall well-being, which is truly priceless. Finally, tackle debt with small, consistent payments. $25 here, $50 there, it all adds up. And when you see any extra money, even small amounts, send it directly into a savings vehicle like an ISA. It's not magic, but it's movement. And that movement creates stability. While making changes is vital, it's equally important to define what you refuse to compromise on. Saving money doesn't mean living badly or sacrificing your dignity and well-being. Identify your non-negotiables, the things that keep you feeling human and healthy. For many, quality food is paramount. Cheap processed food can destroy your mood and your health, making all other efforts feel pointless. Investing in better ingredients is an investment in your physical and mental vitality, allowing you to thrive, not just survive. Another non-negotiable might be staying warm. Electric heating can be expensive, but you can adapt. Perhaps you only heat the room you're actively in, or you seek out better energy providers to cut costs. These are essential comforts that contribute to your overall health and peace of mind. These aren't luxuries. They are fundamental elements that keep you alive, not just afloat. When you honor these essentials, you create a foundation of well-being that makes the journey of financial adjustment feel less like deprivation and more like thoughtful living. It's also important to acknowledge what you can't do and to accept that that's perfectly okay. You might admire extreme, frugal living enthusiasts with their 12 color-coded binders and 15 savings pots, but that might not be your personality, and that's fine. If your profession already involves spreadsheets and meticulous organization, you likely need your personal life to feel, well, human. Your plan needs to be simple, sustainable, and realistic for you, someone who's still figuring things out. And that authenticity is key to long-term success. The anxiety that can surprise us in later years hits harder because there's a feeling that there's no reset button. You wake up early, heart pounding, worrying about food prices, electricity bills, potential client loss, taxes, and unpredictable future rules. Your income might not be rising, and perhaps some clients have moved on to cheaper services, which is understandable in these challenging times. The fear of what if lingers, a constant companion that can feel overwhelming and isolating. But here's the crucial part: you are not helpless. Even if it feels like it might be too late for massive compounding returns on a pension, it is absolutely not too late for action. Every step you take now, however small, builds resilience. Focus on what's possible, exploring ISAs, developing small side hustles, building an emergency cash fund, diligently paying off debt, keeping your freezer stocked for peace of mind, and making small savings whenever you can. It might not be ideal, but it is something. Something is always better than nothing. These proactive measures, even if they feel like small pebbles in a vast ocean, are your way of building a stronger ship. They are your commitment to yourself, a promise that you will navigate these waters with intention. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. Many are feeling the same way, grappling with similar anxieties and striving for a more secure future. Sharing these experiences, even just by listening, creates a powerful sense of community and shared strength. Looking ahead, after a tough year, you can hold on to hope for rebuilding. You deserve the occasional holiday, the ability to replace things when they break without fear, and a future where every bill doesn't bring a wave of panic. These are not unreasonable desires. If you're in your 60s or 70s, living alone, and feeling unsure about how retirement will truly work out, please hear this. You are not failing. You are adjusting to an incredibly complex and rapidly changing world, and you're doing it with courage. Your journey is unique, but the emotions are universal. Share your experiences below in the comments, your fears, your small wins, your plans for the coming year and beyond. Your wisdom, your struggles, and your solutions can truly help someone else in this community. Let's build a space where we can help each other navigate these challenges, offering support and practical advice. Because together, we are stronger, and together, we can face the future with greater confidence and peace of mind. And if this video has offered you even a little comfort or a spark of inspiration, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Happy Grandpa 69. Take care, stay warm, stay safe, and I'll look forward to connecting with you in our next conversation.